Hi everyone, and welcome to Jane Talks Buffy, where I'll be talking about and reviewing all the episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer in order. Today, I'm looking at Season 7, Episode 1, Lessons. We begin the episode in Istanbul, where this girl is running from some robed dudes, and when she hits a dead end, she one-jump her heads onto the roof, but gets caught and thrown back off again. She tries to fight off her attackers, but winds up our first victim this season, while Buffy shows Dawn the Slayer ropes, but...
Excuse me. I think I'm stuck.
So Buffy gives him a helping hand and sets him on Dawn, who fumbles around for a bit before staking him in the wrong place and gets herself into trouble, so has to call for Buffy, who flippadoos him before cutting his head off. Dawn says she had a plan.
I plan to get killed, come back as a vampire and bite you.
And Buffy says she did well before they discuss it being back. If Pennywise moves into Sunnydale, then I'm leaving. But it turns out to be the school reopening. And into the credits we go. Giles is hanging out on a horse, who actually belongs to Anthony Head, and he goes to see Willow, who makes a magic Jumanji flower, and they talk about the Coven, who are shit scared Willow's gonna flip out again. Giles warns the incredible power inside her won't go away, and she admits she thought she was brought here to be punished for her crimes, but he says she is who she is deep down. Xander, all suited up, goes to see Buffy and asks her how she is.
My sister's about to go to the same high school that tried to kill me for 3 years. I can't change districts, I can't afford private school, and I can't begin to prepare her for what could possibly come out of there. So, Peachy with a side of Keen, that would be me.
So he shows her blueprints of the school which his crew worked on, and everything seems normal, except above the Hellmouth now sits the principal's office. Buffy presents Dawn with her back-to-school gift and drops her off, but can't stop bombarding her with warnings, until the new principal interrupts, and he seems cool, but Buffy can't let Dawn go.
I know, you never know what's coming. The stake is not the power to serve men as a cookbook. I love you. Go away.
Buffy wanders around the school. Jump scare basketball. So she goes to the bathroom and finds a little doll, which results in a visit from a couple of zombies. Dawn is introducing herself to the class when Buffy bursts in, embarrassing her, before backing away slowly, while Hallie and Anya hang out. Hey, Sheep is back! And Hallie tells her she's getting soft and not being a good vengeance demon, before warning her about something bad coming. Buffy goes to Xander about the zombie ghosts, while one attacks Dawn, but it's not really there, so she excuses herself to go to the bathroom, where she hears crying and investigates, only to find herself alone. Buffy runs into Robin, played by D.B. Woodside, who, if you're a Lucifer fan, will recognise as a Menadil, and he questions why she's hanging around. Dawn discovers the source of the crying, a scared girl named Kit, who has also seen the zombies, before a vomit-inducing light show ends with them falling through the floor. Willow freaks out because the Hellmouth is going to open, while Dawn and Kit navigate the basement and run into Carlos, who's also lost, before they get surrounded by zombies, and Dawn whips out her present. Robin is grilling Buffy when her phone rings. It's Dawn, who gets grabbed, so Buffy heads into the basement, where the zombies yell at her for letting them die. This girl saying it was a werewolf. You leave Oz alone, bitch! But Buffy's had enough and lays the smack down on them. Oh hey, Spike! I don't care. He's a bit unhinged, so back to the zombie problem, which Buffy deals with by slamming a door in their faces, which traps her in with Spike, who rambles on and is covered in wounds from trying to cut it out. Buffy's phone rings and Dawn asks where the hell she is, but with Spike on the loopy, Buffy heads back out and calls Xander while Dawn and her new pals arm themselves. The zombies rock up again and say they won't be missed, so Dawn whacks them with a bag of bricks until Buffy arrives to help with the fight, and Xander searches the bathroom for the doll Buffy found earlier, which gains him a rider, but he breaks it and she disappears. With the threat gone, they all make it back upstairs, where Buffy tells them to stick together, which Robin witnesses and offers her a job as a counselor, which she accepts. Spike is still crazying in the basement, which earns him a visit from Warren, who's equally nuts. Glory, who's her usual self-centered self. Adam, poor George Hertzberg, having to get all that makeup on for about 10 seconds of screen time. The mayor, who's creepy as per usual. Drusilla, shouldn't that be Angel? And the master, who mocks him, before finally turning into Buffy. Oh, come on, that should have been Angel. No offense, Drusilla, but you threw off the big bad lineup. Anyway, Spike being nuts aside and Willow rambling on about roots and shit, this was a solid opener to an otherwise pretty mediocre season. Dawn's found her vibe and her acting seems more natural, especially when Buffy was being overbearing. And of course the episode is meant to mirror Buffy's early days at the same school, with Dawn as Buffy, Buffy as Joyce, Kit as Willow, and Carlos as Xander. Although the new build doesn't have the same charm as the original school did. And we'll spend less time there, but it's cute that we get a throwback to the earlier seasons. I do wonder where Dawn went to school before. We saw her in class during The Body, and I'm not sure why she didn't continue to go there or why none of her friends moved schools too, but it's not very important. What's important is the Hellmouth is suddenly a thing again, so bring on the spookies! I loved the reverse look at the big bads, sans Angel. Not only is it a cool reminder of how far we've come in the show, but also just how far my channel has come. Including this one, I have covered 118 episodes of the show. That's nuts! So thanks once again for all of you who've been on this journey with me. The gag of the mobile phone may be a little dated, but back then it was hilarious. And I love how Buffy is over monsters annoying her these days. It feels like the tone has been reset for the season. How long that will last, I can't remember, but let's just enjoy season 7 while it's still fun. The zombie ghost just disappeared, so we only have 2 deaths to kick the season off. 1 human, this rando girl killed by rando guys, and 1 vampire beheaded by Buffy. So there you have it. That was Lessons. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, or come say hi on social media. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button, it really does mean a lot, or consider subscribing if you want to be sired by my channel. Alternatively, feel free to check out my other YouTube channels. Thank you so much for watching, I'll speak to you soon, and don't let the vampires bite.